The Dallas Cowboys need a running back. There are many reasons why the above statement is true. For one, they only have 3 on the entire roster. Simply for training camp purposes, that's not enough bodies. For another, current starter Ezekiel Elliott has led the NFL in rushing attempts in 2 of his 3 seasons. Both times, he eclipsed 300 carries. The one year he did not, he amassed 242 carries in just 10 games. Currently Elliott is 32 carries short of 900 in his very brief career. This does not take into account the number of receptions, 135, or sheer number of plays in which he is a participant. If the Dallas Cowboys have any desire to have Elliott long-term, they are going to need to find a backup capable of more than just the occasional tote. Enter the 2019 NFL Draft. Yes, there are still a lot of big names available in free agency, but that route makes no sense, mostly because the Cowboys need to save their pennies for starters and not backups. The draft, though, that is where Dallas can find a poor man's Robin to the Zeke's Batman at a decent price. Not only should the draft serve as the place the Cowboys find Elliott's backup, they should also wait until a later round to do so. A study of recent drafts tells us that there are plenty of viable options, starting in round 4, who should be available. In fact, since 2015, look at these names that went in round 4 or later. 2016, Jordan Howard, round 5 pick, 153,370 rushing yards, 568 receiving yards, 25 total touchdowns. 2015, J.A.J. round 5 pick, 149,516 rushing yards, 419 receiving yards, 14 total touchdowns. 2016, Alex Collins, round 5 pick, 171,509 rushing yards, 37 receiving yards, 15 total touchdowns. 2017, Chris Carson, round 7 pick, 249,359 rushing yards, 222 receiving yards, 10 total touchdowns. 2017, Marlon Mack, round 4 pick, 143,266 rushing yards, 328 receiving yards, 14 total touchdowns. 2015, Javorius Allen, round 4 pick, 125,249 rushing yards, 814 receiving yards, 14 total touchdowns. 2017, Aaron Jones, round 5 pick, 182,176 rushing yards, 228 receiving yards, 13 total touchdowns. 2016, Devontae Booker, round 4 pick, 136,194 rushing yards, 815 receive yards, 7 total touchdowns. 2017, Jamal Williams, round 4 pick, 134,120 rushing yards, 472 receiving yards, 9 total touchdowns. 2016, Wendell Smallwood, round 5 pick, 153,850 rushing yards, 388 receiving yards, 7 total touchdowns. 2017, Tariq Cohen, round 4 pick, 119,814 rushing yards, 1,078 receiving yards, 11 total touchdowns. 2018, Nyheim Hines, round 4 pick, 104,314 rushing yards, 425 receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns. If you are scoring at home, that is 12 successful players out of the 53 total running backs drafted in the 4th round or later since 2015. At almost 25%, I like the chances Dallas can find a backup given that the draft is a crapshoot anyways. A 25% chance to draft a good player on day 3 is something I'm definitely signing up to do. ANBB. All the Cowboys need is a guy that can get 10 to 12 touches a game and make a difference. This also does not include undrafted guys such as Philip Lindsay, Gus Edwards, Austin Eckler, Matt Breida, Jalen Richard, Peyton Barber or Thomas Ralston. By the way, it seems like a good time to mention that 4th-round players usually never eclipse $750,000 in any given year during the entirety of their deals. If the Cowboys were to go the free agent route, assuming that player had at least 3 years already banked in the league, the least that player would sign for would be $805,000. Should the Dallas Cowboys use a draft pick to get Ezekiel Elliott some help? Absolutely. Should the Cowboys do so in round 2 or 3? Absolutely not. Next, top 10 undrafted free agents in Dallas Cowboys history. The first 2 picks need to go towards defensive help, primarily at defensive tackle and either cornerback or safety. Come April 27th, when the third day of the draft commences, you will see that is precisely how this team addresses the need of a backup running back.